worried because they're quite passive. They're really, really, really passive. And I was like, it may not work out too well. But with that being said, we're probably going to catch at least the end of this game between OCTAGON, the boys of Jordberry, and Shaka going against the qualifier team of TooReliable and Hannnry. This is still round number 1. It wouldn't surprise me if this is game number 4. Don't quote me on that. But all I know is this game has been going on for quite some time.
We're seeing more use of the quad crusher. I actually love how much in the beginning when the quad crusher came out. The thing with me is it's so loud, right? So you can kind of be seen from or heard from a mile away. But I love seeing the mobility it creates now and how much people are actually recognizing how fast you can move with it across the map. Especially you can do the cool air tricks that you and I aren't good enough to do. So different ways like that to give it some use. And so I kind of like seeing people fly through the air in those carts.
I definitely do. I mean, and the mobility is great. Spoopy Stone.
Spooky season.
It's spooky.
It's a Shadow Stone, but it is spooky season.
It is.
I actually got a T-shirt that says spooky season on it in honor of the Halloween time.
Did you make it yourself?
No, I didn't. I ordered online.
Okay.
But what I will say is I was Skull Trooper for Halloween.
I know that. Yep, I saw that.
It was awesome.
I saw that.
And my wife was a loot llama, so we really had it going. That was a good time. Spooky season never seems to disappoint.
That's cute, man. That's cute. Watching Jordberry on Team OCTAGON. Not too familiar with this organization, but I got to say, if Jordberry's on it, I trust in it.
Yeah,
Saka, I don't know too much about Saka himself, but I'm curious to kind of watch him compete a little bit and get to know him some more. Both with the quad crash. Actually, we all 3 have quad crashers, as we're just all cruising around.
Yeet! You got the CDN. Yeet!
One player is going to be over and tilted. Looks like he's going to be by himself. The other player just kind of hanging out. They are literally almost as high as the people that were floating down from a rift. That is insane that they got so much height.
Must have a big engine, that thing.
What do you think? V6, V8, V12? Probably V12.
It's got to be a 12.
It's got to be a 12.
Say modern day trucks have V8s, right? Like,
not mine. Well, it's not modern day.
Modern day.
Hey, man, it looks good. Minus the rust spots. It's all right.
It gets point A to point B, right? Just as we say that, though, we do see 20 health remaining, 2 downs. I like the play to not go, because if you go to thirst those kills, you expose yourself even for 2 more seconds. 1 bullet at this point kills him. Yep. So I think it's a very smart play there to reset. Doesn't have any heals, though. We talk about these players choosing to not have heals.
Hello?
Gets pushed by a player with the wings. Places the trap. The trap gets him, though.
Beautiful. That's the best teammate you need right there. You got a trap down, you're good to go. The player, mind you, literally came up from the river like a monster. It's spoopy season, like you said, and that right there.
The Loch Ness Monster.
It's exactly what we just saw. But the man's going to live for another day. Jordberry getting picked up. But, of course, they're going to waste a little bit of time. That's going to give the opportunity for our boy Atlas Reliable.
See the gold scar on the ground. Or the gold silent scar, I should say.
TooReliable and Hannnry. Respect the name. He's Tubby in here, but he's Hannnry on the bracket. I think I like the Hannnry more. But I believe one of them was over in Tilted, so I'm kind of curious how that story's unfolding. Snipes from the distance, directly west.
You see the ring of fire in the map, which means that he needs to go take care of his challenges.
A lot of these players, they don't like doing their challenges.
Just that Reliable does go down.
And
thirsted.
I think he was the one in Tilted by himself. So I'm kind of curious why they made that play to make the split push. We don't know the score, though, so maybe they could have been down a considerable amount.
Tilted just ruining dreams today.
Usually does.
As always, I say, yeah.
Unless
you're Nick Merckx and Aiden.
Don't go Tilted.
And I'm getting my balloon plays. No,
everybody thinks they could go Tilted and just run through it and just get all the eliminations until Tilted really shows its true
sounds
colors.
great, right?
It sounds great.
Sounds great.
We could go there and get 20 kills and then push up. But
hot drop. I'm the best.
But it doesn't work out sometimes.
I can build a 90, right?
You're ridiculous.
Then Tilted comes up. Big Poppy Tilted.
And it just ruins your chance at $5,000 first place is what it is. But looking at it and just kind of curious how this match is going to unfold. But one thing that is for sure, this Legion Sunday Showdown is sponsored by Lenovo Legion. Lenovo offers a series of gaming desktops, laptops, and cubes with unmatched performance and clean, purpose-built designs available at lenovo.com/Legion. Legion laptops.
Using one
Got
right
some
now.
serious firepower under the hood. We're using them now.
I can confirm. They are fire.
I got to say, you know what they are?
What are they?
Stylish on the outside, but savage on the inside. They'll run any game that you want to run.
I like that.
It's awesome.
I like being able to run any game I want to run.
It is.
What a beam in the sky, getting the player in the air with the scar. Pulls a snipe out. Almost got him with the head.
He definitely did, you know. Those snipes can be incredibly deadly. Circle's going to be collapsing down. They have it just to their back, knowing this team has to push forward. Snipe going to miss once again. Player just to the left of it. Very unfortunate overall. But I'm loving the push so far, keeping those floors above you. Just kind of get a little ceiling so the players can't snipe down on you, knowing that they have the high ground. He's going to be pushing in. Balloons are going to be in hand of his buddy Saka. But they look like they're just going to go ahead and take the low ground and go down into the divot. Not a bad strategy. Kind of take over that. They're probably going to be a team over there. We are going to see Hannnry or Tubby. He's going to be pushing over. He's actually rocking the quad launcher as he just pushes and soars over the dusty divot. Finally, an elimination is going to come through. And that puts at least our man here of Jordberry at 7 total eliminations. And you can only imagine the score kind of flashed over there. Jordberry and Saka. So they're both sitting at 12 eliminations this game. And didn't quite catch what our qualifier team has. But this player's coming down and very bold, comes in, gets the big shot, puts him down to 50 health total. And not a bad player overall. Gets dinged up, but he still has some shield, which means our boy Jordberry has to be careful. But luckily, he's going to go ahead and get the knock with his shotgun. I believe that was a double barrel on his teammate coming through, and that's going to be yet another 2 to put in their inventory to put him up to about 14 eliminations total this game.
He did a great job playing kind of passive there, right? He knew he had 50 health, so he did a good job of shooting and building, right? Maybe going to a reset, dropping down a level, building some I guess, walls and kind of platforms to keep himself safe, and waited for the opportunity for his opponent to come to him. So very impressed by the composure there, because a lot of players, when they know you have someone kind of one shot, want to just push into it.
Oh, great shot. Great use of the RPG to come down, break the build, and then immediately knowing at that point in time you can go ahead and use that shotgun to get the eliminations. It's the little things that separate an amateur from a professional, and that's why these boys are on an organization of OCTAGON, and they're looking incredibly strong. By the way, getting an update. I was kind of curious what game this was. This is, in fact, game number 4, which, mind you, is the first game number 4 I think we have ever seen in our tournaments, whether it be Friday Fortnite or Lenovo Legion tournaments. We have never seen a game number 4 until now. These two teams here have been battling it out for quite some time now.
We're just making history tonight.
We really are.
Is that so? Now, I mean, if we're on this kind of historical trend, are we going to see our first ever back-to-back winners?
Listen,
are the stars going to align?
I think they definitely could. I think they definitely could. You know what? Whatever. Let's go for it. Let's have back-to-back champions.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give them another 5K in their pocket.
That's real money.
That's absolutely real money.
Especially you do back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
On our milestone $100,000. This is the week that we hit $100,000.
Literally
right?
$100,000.
$10,000 a week, 10 weeks.
Literally $100,000. That is
6
insane.
figures.
We have given away after tonight $100,000.
Racks.
Racks.
Racks on racks on racks.
That is insane. Think about it. It's free to enter, guys. If you guys would have came in and played for free, you could have won every single one of these every single one of these $10,000 tournaments. You could have been buying a new house by now. You never know. Have faith in yourself. Push it out.
0 to 100.
Breaks the wall. Comes through. Storm to his back. Got to be careful.
Storm's going to tickle.
Shoots the RPG out, breaking the builds. Taking a lot of damage.
He's far from the zone, too. Doesn't have any sort of mobility in sight.
He's most likely going to go down at this point. I think he can outrun the storm.
Yeah.
There it is. So he's going to get dropped, Jordberry. But Saka's still going to be up. At this point, Saka, he's already dipped out. He's well ahead of the game. He knows, hey, I need to get out of there. And hopefully he can keep his team alive. He's sitting at 5
He's on the other side of the zone altogether.
He is. He's going to be right in the center. So Jordberry is going to get dropped. So now we're going to see a 1v1 situation between these two teams. The way that they're playing and how aggressive they are, I can only imagine how close this game really is. Snipes are going to be coming in, though.
Yeah, only a few players left on the map, too. There's what, 2? So
only
four potential eliminations remaining.
Yeah, only 4 eliminations.
We have a fairly close match, too, I believe. Are we going to see Game 5?
I don't know.
First ever Game 4, potentially our first ever Game 5.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to do at this point. Game number 4? Come on. No one ever makes it to game number 4 to be tied up that much. This is scripted like WWE. This is great. I'm loving it. We got a storyline here.
Evenly matched set of opponents.
We do. Absolutely.
See a lot of builds in the distance as we see 2 care packages in the distance, but looks like he's going to actually kind of shy away from. They're both actually going to shy away from all that, which is a little interesting considering they both kind of need kills. Unless they see something that maybe we don't quite see in front of us.
At this point, they know the circle.
Maybe a player behind the tree?
Well, they know the circle is going to be collapsing down, taking some damage. Saka still looking okay. Notice he doesn't have any heals or shields, though, at this point. Both opponents are going to be right next to each other.
We see one player coming right of the tree, yep.
Excuse me, guys. This is game number 5.
Production.
Production just letting us know. Everybody in chat was saying it. I didn't want to go with it, but it is game number 5. We appreciate you guys for letting us know in the chat. Game number 5? I've never seen a game number 4, and we're already at game number 5? There's no way we see a game number 6. With the Splodes coming in, though, anything's possible.
We thought we wouldn't see 4.
13 health. Oh. He's got it built up. Defensive builds, players just up above him.
Sorry, I said no health.
No health now.
No shields in sight, I was going to say. Just we said that he does go down.
I did not. So let's see what happened here. So we got 15 to no. What? It's 15 to 15. We're going into game number 6.
Wow.
It's 15-15. We're going into game number 6.
Mind blown.
What is life at this point?
We up to this point we never saw game number 4.
Listen, I need to take a sip
5,
of G Fuel at this point.
6.
Because it's going to be a long night.
Game number 10 apparently might be happening at this point.
Listen.
All they needed, so all one of them needed was a single kill there at the end.
You saw the Scarecrow push forward. That was the guy that eliminated, or at least knocked, I believe, Jordberry at that point. Or Sokka, sorry. He knocked Sokka, but he got a great headshot to knock off 80 shield. So you can only imagine if he would have got at least 1 or 2 more shots.
Someone's got to go grasp the game. Like, go take what's yours.
We were talking about it earlier. You never know who's going to be in your lobby and who you're playing against. So you could have eliminated somebody from getting the money. In this situation, that team, if they would have just gifted an elimination at that point, we wouldn't have been
troll him or something, walk up and dance.
A balloon up like we were seeing earlier in our first game, right?
Yeah,
balloon season. One that I think we've ever seen.
We're at a game 6 on a best of 2.
That's it.
Or what do you want to call it? Best of 2. 2-game match. Whatever you want to call it. We're on game 6.
We are on game
2
6.
maps. Turned into 6. We see, I believe, a Viking drop.
Yes. So this is my favorite area to go to. I love landing Valhalla, Viking, ship, whatever you want to call it. Due to the fact that you can rotate out, typically has good loot. The players that you find up there are typically soft in the competition, so normally you'll be able to get a couple of eliminations as you push out. With that being said, a quick, at least a knock is going to come through. Maybe a second one with the quad launcher, trying to go big. This team is going to be pushing forward. Might be in a testy situation. There is one person that grappled up ahead, but watch out, the quad launcher going big. That's all he needed to get these eliminations. This is what I was talking about. You land up here, typically get some eliminations, maybe a full squad, maybe a little bit more, and then you can use the rifts or a bounce pad or whatever that you have to kind of jump out and get some distance. You could rotate over towards Greasy, which we've talked about that rotation from Shifty to Greasy to Tilted. You could rotate Tilted, Soccer Field. There's a lot of versatility with this drop, and I'm really happy to see that our boys are here.
I think there's a lot of risk here, though. The loot, in comparison to other drops, is very, very low, right?
It can be.
And I feel like the mat situation isn't that great either. So I do agree with you on the rotations. I think there's a lot of places for them to rotate. I think that this was a little better during the glider redeploy era, where you can kind of make moves a little quicker. But like I said, I do agree with you that it's usually a good opportunity to get, maybe a squad. I do like the use of the rifts for sure. But I think, if anything, it's a conservative drop. I think that's the biggest thing.
No, it definitely is.
So I think that's more than anything. We can agree, disagree on kind of the value of it, but I think more than anything, it is a conservative drop. We are on game number 6. No one wants to go home after playing 6 straight matches 6 straight maps in one match. So I could definitely see why they're playing conservative and starting to continue to kind of just loot up, not necessarily looking for any engagements yet. We do see a couple kills in the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, but like I said, 6 games in, they think they know what they're doing.
You notice Jordberry dropped a little bit ahead. He instead of dropping on that player where he knew he was going to be on the back of him, he let his partner Sokka kind of come in there and get that elimination, having full trust as he just went through and to keep more distance and keep looting up. Phenomenal work on their part. They're going to be sitting at a total of 4 eliminations, and they're now into Tilted. And that's, like I said, that's why I like Valhalla. You push out. Maybe you don't loot the whole thing, but you come out, you get enough, and then you get your eliminations at Valhalla, you get your eliminations at Soccer, and now you're pushed out into Tilted. This is where the work is going to happen, though. Can they make it happen? One knock is going to go down with the quad launcher. He's been using that considerably well, at least Jordberry has. Tags him up. That player is going to be full wide at this point and comes down and gets the eliminations himself. Still, one team is going to be remaining just down below, and he's going to go ahead and break this wall and try to get the trap is going to be there. Actually, that player just dips out, but I believe his teammate, Sokka, is going to come in and get the elimination. But notice there's yet another team. This is the Tilted that you are expected to see, but look at them making it out of there. All team members are going to be here, and OCTAGON is going to start off with 8 eliminations, and Sokka is not done yet.
Another kill coming in. So what I was going to say is I like actually the rotation of Tilted is so much better than the initial drop in Tilted, right? There's so much risk associated with the initial drop in Tilted, right? And there's so many people that land there that even when you come in on a late rotation, there's still going to be plenty of engagements there. So I like the ability to take an already existing kit, take some mats, and then come join the fun, right? There's going to be engagements happening in Tilted for so much longer than the rest of the parts of the map. So even if you miss out on those first maybe 10, 20, maybe 10, 15 kills, you're going to come in, you're going to probably see an existing fight. That's exactly what we saw there, right? They flew in, took the rift, flew right in, saw two teams fighting each other, took the quad launcher, and then wreaked havoc on both of those teams and ended up yielding them a lot of kills with a lot more, with a lot less to lose, right? Yep. In the beginning, you can land on a pistol and the guy has a shotgun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love the rotation to Tilted so much more than I love the drop to Tilted. So very, very heads up play by them.
Just more controlled, 100%. Yep. Both players are there. Or both teams, I should say. Another player up top. One thing is for sure, OCTAGON seems to be doing considerably well. And there it is. Great builds to get that high ground. Player knows he has to dip out. That is exactly what you want to see. Great use of the shockwave. This player has no idea what's going on. He's going to come down.
Found another one.
Look, he found a great squad to take out. That player's going to go down. That's yet another 2 eliminations to put him at 7 total. You talk about a solid start. They are looking strong, and there's still 39 engagements remaining.
And you see Reliable in the top left of your screen, very, very injured right now. This could be an opportunity for the boys of OCTAGON to kind of start to really, really pull away. 10 kills this quickly is a huge, huge piece of momentum for him.
We're going to look at Reliable's POV at this point. See what's going on. 25 health, in a lot of trouble at this point. If he drops, especially with the start from OCTAGON, be in a little bit of trouble. They do have the rift, knowing that they might need to kind of dip out. Luckily, we'll find some minis. You hear how excited he is, and rightly so. He was looking a bit testy. Look at his inventory, though.
3 ARs, yeah.
3 ARs. Very interesting.
A little variety.
I'm breaking the card.
Interesting, breaking the car.
Don't break the car. You gotta hit a big yeet.
Well, this is the thing. They have a porter rift, so it's like.
Okay.
But they break the cars, so there's no usability for anybody.
We gotta go.
And as you can hear them, they have to go.
Is Minnie Mouse in their game?
All right,
They go to the bathroom, or they're going somewhere.
Breaking all the cars, it seems.
Get it.
That's no fun.
Interesting as they fight for the car. As now we're going to see a little team opponent action. We're going to see Jordberry. He's going to be driving our buddy here, Tubby.
A little friendly competition, having some fun, right?
Well, there you go. So they're going to dip out high in the air, and now they're going to have that ground. They're going to be able to not only see where the competition's at, but also get a drop heading towards
13-6 right now, I believe it is.
13-6.
I think because you look at the left-hand corner of your screen, you see 7 and 6. 13. I believe that Tubby has 2 kills to Reliable's 4. So 13-6, a pretty commanding lead, I would say, in our game number 6. That being said, we didn't get to game 6 for no reason, right? So this has been a neck-and-neck one, so I could totally see Reliable and Tubby bringing it back, but I do think that they have to kind of start making moves and maybe play around a little bit less with the carts and start to really go after some eliminations.
Yeah, I agree. There's only so much you can do to kind of put your opponents off. And I think pushing forward for the eliminations is clearly more important. But down and dusty. Nobody home as of yet, so it's going to get some opportunity to kind of get some mats, some much-needed mats. You notice how low he was. He doesn't even have 100 of each mat.
This is the place to do it.
100%.
Let's hear someone, though, because he stopped harvesting those mats.
I got him on me, so I have to contest this.
You hear people saying that he's got him on him, so he has to contest, and I don't think at this point he wants to contest necessarily. Great line of sights underneath. Luckily,
angle.
Not able to connect any shots from that distance.
Oh my God,
Does tag him over 33. You hear the OMG. He's white. Well, he's excited because he's down to health, but now they know they got to get into action. Jordberry, though, is going to come in and get it along with Saka, as that is the way you do it. You know, at this point, you got to ask yourself, if Reliable was more aggressive in that situation, would he have got those eliminations? He runs the risk of going down, but you got to risk it, like you say, for the biscuit. At this point, they could have got 3 eliminations. They're only walking away with 1.
Yeah, I think that low health scared him way too much. I feel like at that point, when you know your opponents are there too, you know your teammates there. I mean, there's too many people there to have to really worry, right? You're down this much kills, you have to go. You have to get in there, right?
Yep.
You try to do a nice little shot under the fence like that, something a little cheeky. But I disagree with the passive play like that. This is game number 6, right? Like this is literally winner go home, right? Yeah, especially when you're down this much. Need to see a lot more aggressiveness from them if they're going to take this.
Regardless how many games you play, it's all about the one you win.
Right.
You push forward, so you gotta keep playing your game and going for it.
A 6-game L is no different than a 2-game L, right?
That's it.
Gotta go for it.
They're both losses, so we'll see how it's going to work out for either which team. But back on board with Jordberry. seeing what he's going to be up to, just kind of heading out and trying to get as much distance as possible.
And we have 21 engagements left on the map, and I believe they have something around a 12-kill lead or something, or a 10 or 12-kill lead. So it's getting closer and closer to becoming mathematically impossible. So I think that if you're the OCTAGON boys, just even if they split, just follow Reliable and Tubby around. And if you're Reliable and Tubby, you need to be pushing every single thing in sight. No matter what health you have, no matter what your kit is, you need eliminations, and you need them now.
Well, Jordan Berry is going to be pushing forward by himself on this team, and it's going to pay off.
And Sokka at the bottom with more kills. They are not stopping.
That's 4 eliminations, but watch out. He's going to be tagged up. 21 health, no rockets at this point.
Tubby goes down. This is as good as over, I think.
We'll definitely have to see.
Reliable, very, very low health. Tubby about to get thirsted.
Grenades going forward to try and connect anything at this point. We are going to see Atlas boys kind of get a little bit more eliminations. Reliable, I think, picked up 3 there. Tubby does run the risk of being picked up, so we'll see if he'll be able to get up. So we might see all 4 members still up to continue pushing forward for this game number 6. We'll see who'll be able to take it in the end. But no medge really on either which side. Sokka will have 2 minis, but I think that's it for really everybody.
Yeah, Jordan Berry's very low health, but has some shield.
He does. Okay, so he does have some shield.
His 100 shield, actually, no.
And Reliable did finally find.
He needs to be careful, though. The zone's approaching, and the zone doesn't care how much shield you have. So if you have a low health, the zone is going to eat it alive. And so I definitely think he needs to get out, basically. There's no other way to say it. Just get out. See balloons in front of him. We're going to probably use this for mobility.
Looking forward. Mad dash towards the eliminations. Reliable will have the high ground on this opponent. Player trying to dip up. Great shots from the air as the player tried to use a grapple to get up. Misses it because of the bloom, but Tubby is going to recover, and he's going to get that. Reliable, he's going to keep pushing forward, knowing there's somebody just around the corner. Gets up there, tags him up with a heavy AR, building up, trying to get that high ground. That player has Harry Pottered himself, so this is a good opportunity for him to get some shots. But no, the shotgun comes in. He's going to get shot in the head, and he's going to go down. Reliable is now out. Tubby as well. Jordan Berry, Sokka in game number 6 are moving on with 20 eliminations. Game 6, they're finally pushing forward. Wow, you talk about – come on, game number 6 to come out that big.
Aggression.
We talked about it. Aggression.
Yep.
That's all it took.
Literally. These are some of the best players in the world, right? And you're going in these public lobbies, right? You need to show aggression. If you